Evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 7, season 15, ERC Masters here at Canada. Let me get that off the screen. There you go. And as we saw on Wednesday, let me turn my telly down because I can hear myself talking. As you can, same as Wednesday, just above the end of the Mercedes garage, the second garage, there's a guy with a purple sweatshirt on. Those that don't recognise him, well, that is Frank's. This is his home GP, and he was there in the same place on Wednesday watching the managers as he is tonight watching the Masters. Look a bit over cloudy, not too sure what the weather is predicted, but we're here at Canada. Not many guys on the line tonight. Some big points up for grabs. Big changes in the championship tonight. There's some of the big teams of drivers missing. Same McLaren. Don't think I've got any drivers at all. Mercedes should have had a driver, but unfortunately not made it. So Racing Bulls at the top have just the one driver in Liam, but Aston have got a good chance with Bird. Liam got a good. Racing Bulls have got a good chance with Liam, but the Ferraris currently in P6. Constructors, both drivers on the grid tonight, Exo and Kenny's Ghost, and the Red Bulls currently in P5. Captain Morgan and All Gold. Alpine have got Smugget. St. Bird in the Aston Martin inside in the Haas. And the Williams have got two reserve drivers tonight, PDMB and Ellison, both reserving for the Williams, who are in P3 tonight, and a good result from them could see them get to the top of the constructors this time next week. In the Drivers' Championship, Bird has a 16-point lead over Liam, and those two are quite a few points ahead of Exo and MK7 Hitch. There's a big gap then to Business Casual in P5, but I'll go through the both constructors and drivers championships in a short while. Just waiting for your one-shot qualifier and then 70 laps of this Canadian track. To say only, I think it's 9 drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 drivers. Sorry, 10 drivers. And also apologies, Mr. Andrew, not with us again. Oh, sick note. I've got no game sound. There we go. We're on board with XRT inside. Currently P5, we're down to P7, but EXO current leading with Liam Hardman, Captain Morgan in P3, PDMB in P4, Captain Morgan and Liam swapping positions here as we're just halfway around this circuit. Just about halfway now. EXO, Liam and Bird up to P3 now. As I say, we're on board with XRT inside. That's his sole driver tonight. If you look on your left at the lap chart there, we've got 2 Ferraris, Exo and Kenny. Cash App Racing Bulls, just the one Liam. And we've got 2 Red Bulls, All Gold and Captain Morgan. Just the one Aston, that is Bird. 2 Williams, PDMB and Ellison. One Haas is XRT inside, Smugget in the Alpine. So, like I say, no representatives from McLaren as Exo gets your pole tonight. Mr. Slow with pole time. And Mr. XR inside P9 we were on board with. Don't know whether we had shed bad luck on inside, but P9 for inside. Right then, let's have a look and see what's what. Right, the Constructors' Championship, we have Racing Bulls on 185, Aston Martin on 182, along with Williams also on 182, McLaren on 171, Red Bulls 159, Ferrari 146, Haas 127, Alpines 114, Mercedes 58, and the Sauber no points at all. Drivers' Championship, Bird on 149, he's 16 points ahead of Liam, who himself is 15 points ahead of Exo, who's 9 points ahead of MK7. And I said it looked overcast, and there you go. We have rain persisting down. Well. Anyway, MK7H is in P4 on 109, then 22 points to Business Casual on 87, Captain Morgan 81, XRT Inside also on 81, All Gold on 78, Smugget on 60, Fine Waldo on 58, with Jelly on 57, Scar on 54, Kevin Chin on 50, Ellison 48, Master Bear 44, Tiny on 33, Nathan 29, that's Nathan McIntyre, Kenny's Ghost 28, Bush Pig 21, Creto 19, Rank 18, and PDMB on 14 is your top 22. There is a few other drivers, including Crete. I think Crete's on 12, I'm unsure. But anyway, just waiting for drivers, cars to go on the track. And we are having a formation lap tonight, and I'll run through your tyre choices, and I think it's either intermediates or full wet. It's definitely lashing it down, could be full wet territory. We'll see. 70 laps. It's going to be a long 70 laps. Just waiting for players to join. Eventful week for myself. F2 Tuesday, got a 7th. Managers on Wednesday. Thursday night, I was commentating on F1 League. Friday, King of Leagues. One of the leagues I am involved with. We put a team in the King of Leagues. Saturday, which was yesterday, went out for a meal with the missus. And today she's gone in work, and I've done a bit of gardening. Those of you that know, I keep Australian finches. Started breeding at the beginning of April, and up to yet I've got 4 chicks and a total of 28 eggs from the 9 pair of birds that I've got at the moment. I'm due to collect some birds this week, and at the end of the month I'm going to a big sale in Broughton near Chester. Some of you British lads may know the area, and I'll be stocking up a few more birds. For those that want to know, I will keep you in the loop. Those that don't, tough nuts. Day missions in work. I've not had the usual Easter Sunday dinner, whether it be lamb or whatever you have. I had 4 pork chops and a tin of pea and ham soup. Yeah, it doesn't sound very appetising, but just try it. It was gorgeous. So the meal we had yesterday, I had a gammon, 12-ounce gammon, and all the trimmings, pineapple. Not really into pineapple, but that was scorched. Been on the barbecue. Really added a little bit of taste. Onion rings, fries, fried egg, 2 fried eggs actually, and then we had a homemade lemon meringue for afters. Sorry for waffling on, but we're just waiting for things to happen, waiting for the drivers and cars to get on the track. And it makes a change for me to waffle and not Andrew, who, like I said earlier, we have apologies from Andrew for tonight. Sorry, just reading something. I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, just wait for people to join. Here we go. We are on a formation lap. And yes, let's have a look at the tyre choices. And everybody is on full wet, which we did say. There you go, just 10 drivers. And if we lose one driver every 7 laps, there'll be no drivers at the end of the race. Exo doing a bit of drifting, whether he's doing that on purpose or not, I don't know. But we've got 4 in the chat, which is good. So we'll run through your protagonists. On board with P1, that's Exo, who's starting on pole here in Canada. Liam Harmon in the Racing Bull. There's Liam, he's alongside Exo on row 1 in P2. Row 3 has All Gold in the Red Bull. Let's get a close up of All Gold. Good qualification time there for All Gold. And there's your strategies. Wets or wets. Or you can choose wets if you want. Here comes All Gold in your Red Bull, P3. Alongside him on row 2 is ERC Bird in the Aston Martin. And then row 3, P5 is PDMB, reserving for the Williams, as is Ellison in P6. In on the Williams, Captain Morgan O'Beard is P7 alongside DRS Smugget, who I will be commentating on his league tomorrow. XRT inside, and Kenny's Ghost make up your grid of 10. Right, your lights are on. We're on board with Exo. Looking down at that first corner, and we are away. And Exo has got a good start. Liam though has got an even better start, and Liam is into the lead. Exo has swapped positions with compatriot Bird, and we'll go down to Kenny's Ghost and see what's going on at the back. Seems to be okay. Captain Morgan's dropped a couple of places but makes another place up, gets past Mudgate, but we'll go up 2. Your lead is Exo back up to P2, getting past Bird, and Exo chasing down the Red Bull Kashat of Liam. Bird in the Aston Martin just behind the Ferrari of Exo. Then we've got All Gold in the Red Bull. PDMB and Ellison swap positions in the Williams. P5 for Ellison, P6 for PDMB. Snugget in the Alpine settles in behind PDMB in P7. Captain Morgan no beard in the Red Bull P8. XRT inside, and Kenny's Ghost in the Ferrari bringing up the rear. Liam though already was 0.9 of a second in front of Exo, but Exo's put it down to 7/10. And we've got Bird, All Gold, and Ellison in your top 5. Remember, no DRS when the conditions like this, so it'll all be down to battery power. And if you look at the centre of your screen at the bottom, you'll see a little oblong, yellow bordered oblong with your yellow numbers in it. That is the percentage of battery that the drivers are using, and as you can see, being fluctuating between 96 and 100%. Exo though on the chase, he's on 100% down to 94, but back up as he brakes or lifts. His DRS will fill up a bit. We're on board with Bird looking at the back of Exo, so Exo didn't make a perfect exit from the corner there, but Bird down to 60% as is All Gold. Ellison is in the mid-90s with PDMB on mid-90s as well. DRS Mudgate same. Everybody seems to be mid-90s, but your leader, Liam, down the casino straight. And there you go, tyre choices, wets, or you could choose wets. First pit stop will be around a lap 35, which is halfway. Liam leads, and we're on board with EXO in P2. Not too far away is young EXO now, but his battery getting used, and EXO sets the fastest lap for 1:25.184, and that is 16 seconds slower than his qualifying time. So Liam, bit square coming out of corner 2. EXO bridged the gap a little bit, and Bird following the Ferrari and Kashat in P3. All-Gold though, 2 seconds adrift of Bird with Ellison, 2 seconds adrift of All-Gold, PDMB though, and Smudgett with Captain Morgan. We've got a nice little battle here on 4P5 behind Williams driver Ellison and teammate PDMB. Next inside a second adrift of Captain Morgan with Kenny's Ghost. Second and a half behind inside back up to the lead. Liam makes it around the Rolex hairpin, and say EXO still winning. Bird with his ERS catches a little bit on the Ferrari. All Gold a couple of seconds behind, as is Ellison, but PDMB, Smudgett, Captain Morgan out here 4P5. Not much between them, and then XRT inside, and Kenny's Ghost drops a little bit as Liam records a 1:24.676. On board with Kenny's Ghost, and he records a 1:27.111. Back up to Liam then, who's now got himself a full second in front of EXO. But EXO still got Bird. We'll go down to your normal camera angle where you can assess the racing as you would any other week. I just thought it would be nice for us to stay on board for a little bit, but Bird definitely putting EXO under a bit of pressure. Let's go down to your battle for P5 where Ellison leads teammate PDMB, Smudgett, Captain Morgan, these four battling out for that P5 position. It's ERC, Bird and EXO just trying to sort it out for P2. At the moment it's EXO who leads Bird into the Rolex hairpin. There's Ellison and PDMB are battling, and that's a cracking move from Smudgett. What a move that is. That needs recording. Smudgett with a lovely move, tight round the Rolex hairpin, and he takes both PDMB and Ellison. PDMB gets him back. Let's go on board with PDMB. Just leads from Smudgett. He nearly pushed Smudgett into the World Champions. But Ellison and PDMB battling out for P5 at the moment. It's Ellison with the better. PDMB has a go, but can't keep hold of the Williams. He does keep hold of P6, but Smudgett is on his outside. PDMB. And there goes Smudgett. PDMB catches hold of the Alpine. Let's go on board with PDMB. Smudgett now back down to P7. PDMB very aggressive. And is oblivious to the conditions is my American friend PDMB. Smudgett won't be as happy as I am. Look back on with Captain Morgan inside is during the gaggle of 5 now, 4P5. Let's make it 6. Kenny's Ghost within a second. Look at that in front. Got 5 cars battling it out. All not too keen. Losing a bit of grip. Go down and have a look from camera. That's Ellison from PDM, Smudgett, Liam, double 1:24.2. And will Kenny's Ghost make a move on inside? Yes, he does. Let's have a look. Inside now, down to P10. Kenny's Ghost. XT inside has actually gone in the pits. Melman, what is he doing? He's having a set of inters. XRT inside, trying the inters out. So we'll jump on board after he's done half a lap and see how he's going on. It's worth a gamble. Very much worth a gamble. Liam Manning, he's got a 2.5 second lead now over EXO. We're still hanging on to P2 from Bird in P3, and a 5 second gap then to All Gold. And he's having a little run in the race because Ellison is 4 seconds adrift of him. Smugget 2 seconds adrift of Ellison, with PDMB in P7 chasing down Smugget, Captain Morgan and Kenny's Ghost for company. There's XRT inside. We'll go, well, Cares go to Captain Morgan up to P7 past PDMB. Let's have a look and go on board with Mr. Inside then. See how he's handling these inters. It's not too bad around that chicane. Comes into the Rolex hairpin. Not bad, loses a little bit at the back end. To see how he goes on. Seems to be doing okay. And he'll get a lot better as these tyres warm up. Pushing the water away from the tyre, unlike your slicks. Mr. Inside, we'll see how he goes on. We'll catch him at the end of this lap and see what sort of time he gets. But it's Liam 2 seconds ahead now of EXO, with Bird pushing him along. 7 seconds now to All Gold, 4 seconds then to Ellison, and a second half after Ellison is Smugget, who's got a second advantage on Captain Morgan, PDMB, Kenny's Ghost, and inside we'll go on board with inside and see how he goes on the end of lap 7. As Bird actually gets past EXO, and missed that, that's me lighting a fag up. The Bird past EXO on the end of lap 7, beginning of lap 8. 1:24.1, so we'll be on Bird 1:24.0. So times are coming down, and we'll go on board with Inside anyway. See how he's getting on, and see what his lap time is like to previous laps. So he's got his power, his battery on. Uses a little bit of it, which she's quite capable of doing, because it'll soon build back up again. It's 1:25, 1:26. He's 100th of a second quicker than his wet tyre. We'll go on and watch him on the next lap and see how many seconds he knocks off that previous lap time. But Liam then 2.5 seconds in front of Bird, not really that far ahead, but EXO sticking with the Aston Martin. 9 seconds now to All Gold. It's a shame, just can't get the pace of them top 3. But he's ahead of Ellison by 3.5 seconds. Smugget, Morgan, PDMB. So there's only really, well, looking at it now, there's only one battle on track at the moment. That's Captain Morgan chasing after Smugget, as Liam does a 1:23.756. Actually, it was Bird on 1:23. I'm going to jump on board with Inside in a minute. See if these inters are quicker than the wets. Ellison, Smugget, all the back of Ellison. Whether Ellison's made a little bit of mistake, because he's dropped 3.5 seconds behind All Gold. Let's have a look at Inside then. And I missed his time. Let's have a look at Race Director for... Oh, no, that's not it. No. Race Director. Let's have a look at Mr. Inside, how we did on that second lap. Yeah, he knocked a second off on that previous lap. So Inters could be the one. See if other cars have been told by the pits that inside has gone a bit quicker on these Inters, as Liam does a 1:23.4 and Bird a 1:23.2. So times are coming down. Allgold's gone in the pits. Ellison picks up a penalty. So let's have a look, see what's Allgold doing in the pits. And it's Inters for Allgold. Ooh, yeah, they're all in now. All coming in for Inters. Word's got round. The inside's gone quicker. Top 6 still out on the wets. Liam coming towards the end of the second sector of lap 10. Brrr. 2.5 seconds to Bird. Bird keeping that gap consistent and has pulled 3 seconds on Ferrari mounted Exo, or Exo's mounting the Ferrari, whichever way turns you're on. And then Ellison is 12 seconds behind Exo. Captain Morgan a further 2 seconds, 6 seconds to Kenny's Ghost. And with all the pit action, XRT inside is just 2.5 seconds adrift of the main pack as Liam and Bird go in the pits, and that leaves Exo out in front. And if I were Exo, I'd stay out another couple of laps on them wets, really would. So I think Captain Morgan staying out. Yeah, Captain Morgan's staying out on the wets, as is Kenny's Ghost. And to be honest with you, I don't really blame him. I'll go on board with Mr. Inside. He crosses the line. And again, he's up on his time, half a second quicker than his previous lap. So XRT Inside getting the best out of these Inters. Go back up to race leader Exo, just coming out of sector 2 into sector 3 on the Rolex chicane, hairpin, sorry, keep saying chicane when it's an hairpin. Now then, will he go in or will he not? He's staying on that dry line. 9 seconds is his advantage over Liam, and Liam is catching. So yeah, Exo doing the right thing and pitting for the Inters. That rain is hardly falling now. It's spitting, drizzling. Let's say drizzle, not spitting, drizzle. Exo. Now, what's happened with Exo? He's put fresh wets on. Kenny's go speeding in the pits. So, interesting. Exo put fresh wets on. Could that be a master stroke from the South African? All will be revealed. XRT Inside then. Up now into P8. There's Captain Morgan and Kenny's Ghost. Have both put on the Inters. So everybody made a pit stop. Let's have a look, see what places have been gained. So Liam up 1, Bird up 2, Exo down 2, Allgold down 1, Ellison up 1, Smugget up 2, PDMB down 2, XRT Inside up 1, and Captain Morgan Obid down 2. Kenny's Ghost, as he was, the start of the race in P10. So Exo, fresh wets. That intentional, or was it the game's fault? I don't think he'll want pit again because he will lose time to the 2 in front of him. He's gone in. He's gone in. It must have been a game fault, I'm saying. All on Inters now, and Liam holds on to the reins in P1 with Bird 2 seconds adrift, in P2 All Gold 12 seconds, well nearly 13 seconds behind in P3 with Ellison 3 more seconds adrift of All Gold. PDMB 2 seconds adrift with Smugget all over that diffuser of the Williams. Stay on board with this little battle, as it is the only battle on track at the moment. So we'll go on board with Smugget chasing down the Williams. You know, sector 1 there. So if you finish 10th tonight, you will get 13 well-deserved points. But will there be all drivers finishing wet conditions? Anything could happen. 1:21.85 for Liam. Fastest lap so far. As you can see, Smugget is pulling down that gap on PDMB. His power has been drained from his battery. PDMB still on 50%, plenty in hand for PDMB. We will go to your normal camera angle. We are on lap 14 of lap 70 here in Canada for round 7 of Season 15's ERC Masters. Out in front then is Liam. Out of sector 2, and Bird still 2.5 seconds adrift. All Gold now 14 seconds adrift of Bird, with Ellison 3.5 seconds behind All Gold teammate to Ellison. PDMB 1.5 seconds in P5, and Smugget just dropping a little bit, and inside 5 seconds adrift of this the previous battle, with EXO in P8. Captain Mullen new, they'll be 2.5 seconds behind EXO, and Kenny's goes 5 seconds, well inside 5 seconds now as we speak, as Liam sets a 1:19.803. Bird unfortunately doesn't better it, but it's only 3 seconds adrift. All Gold though comes down, so how All Gold's gone on his previous lap times. He's up half a second, 4/10 actually on his previous lap times, and Ellison a little bit slower, and XRT inside up 10. You can see EXO, but Kenny's Ghost is up a 10th as well, 10.5. Liam coming down into the Rolex hairpin for the 15th time. Lovely, lovely line. Car never moved an inch, and that is why he has gained a couple of tenths on Bird in P2, All Gold and Ellison, and teammate PDMB with Smugget. 3-way battle. Smugget having a look on the inside. He's got past PDMB alongside Ellison. Ellison gets a little bit of a better exit, and Smugget fits in behind the Williams. So Smugget at the moment is in a Williams sandwich. And look at the inside of Ellison, thinks better of it. So we've got a 3-car train now coming down the start finish straight on lap 16. Smugget, the aggressor. Not saying he's driving aggressive, nowhere near, but he is trying his best to get past Ellison. And I say I'll be doing comms on Smugget's DRS League tomorrow evening. There at Jeddah. Should be interesting to these three. One of 2 small battles on track, the other one being XRT inside and EXO. We'll have a look, see now what as Liam Let's have a look and see if Liam's quicker. He's half a second slower than his fastest. Bird is 0.8, no, a tenth slower. All Gold coming over the line. Well, he isn't. He's just going around to turn 12 and 13. Past the lap. World champion, and he's 0.08 of a second behind his best time. Ellison up on his time now, isn't it? It's 0.2 down. And inside, 0.7 quicker. He's inside. And 0.8 of the second quicker is Kenny's Ghost on that lap. We'll go back and join this battle for P4. Ellison leads Smuggit and PDMB. And these are 16 seconds. Oh, sorry, 7 seconds adrift of P3 All Gold, who's 16 seconds adrift of P2 Bird, who's dropping now. 4 seconds is the gap between himself and Liam. Here comes Smuggit having a look on the inside of Ellison. Coming down, ooh, losing his back end a little bit there with Smuggit, but he comes into the Rolex pin behind the Williams of Ellison, who gets a better exit than it's sure it was Ellison, but we'll go on board with Smuggit chasing down the Williams, and there is PDMB out of reach though. And then will Smuggit get any closer to Ellison? No, Ellison moves on. All Gold is 100 up on his best time. So is Ellison, Smuggit and PDMB. Quicker than previous laps. Inside, missed his time and missed Exos as well. And Kenny's Ghost is 0.03 of a second quicker. Liam though, enjoying it out in front. Lap 18 of 70. Been on these inters for 7 laps. There's 2 drivers with penalties. That's Ellison in P4 and Kenny's Ghost in P10. But they don't know where they'll be. These drivers will keep going tonight because, like I say, minimum if you finish tonight was 13 points for P10. And Liam is half a second slower on his best lap. 300s quicker was Bird. As All Gold coming down into turn 12 and 13, the World of Champions. All Gold then. Yeah, 10th up on his best time. Ellison crosses and it's 2.10 slower. Inside is 4.10. Oh, he's a full second slower. It was inside on his best time. Captain Morgan and Kenny's Ghost 2.10 slower than his quickest time. So we have got a little bit of a battle for P4. Ellison, but Smuggit is a second behind with PDMB catching. So whether Smuggit, a little bit of a mistake, he's lost time to Ellison and PDMB has gained time on him. And then we've got Ellison with another penalty, that's his second. We've got XRT inside EXO, and Captain Morgan isn't far adrift of these battling out for P7. But PDMB actually gets past Smuggit now, around a bit out of short sorts with Smuggit there. I don't know whether he's losing a little bit of grip. Here comes the other battle. XRT inside and EXO with Captain Morgan forever closing. But the Haas of inside holds on to P7 as Captain Morgan actually gets past EXO. EXO's race has gone to pot since he's been in the pits and put a new set of wets on, and then a lap after put the inters on. I don't know whether it was a mistake from the driver or the game, put him another set of wets on, but the rain has started coming down a little bit quicker than it was a few laps ago. Liam though got a healthy 6-second lead now over Bird, who's not coming shot. Looking down the casino straight there. 6 seconds to Bird in P2 with all gold. 17 seconds adrift in P3. It's a podium all the same for all gold. Ellison, PDMB, the two Williams lead Smugget around the Rolex chicane. Hairpin. Cup of tea's gone cold, and look at PDMB on teammate Ellison. That's PDMB up to P4. Ellison having a look on the left hand side of his teammate, and Ellison's back in to P4, and Smugget's coming with a lovely run. It's the inside line. Oh, and that deserved a better position. A little bit of contact with him and PDMB, but Smugget though really was determined to get that P4 away from the Williams guys, and was unfortunate not to succeed. Three-way battle then for P7 as well, with Captain Morgan inside an EXO. I'm going to move positions in a minute because I'm getting quite uncomfortable. The two Williamses though battling out for P4, led at the moment by Ellison, and PDMB, the Williams teammate, tucked in behind with Smugget also in on this battle. Smugget takes a nice tight line, has to come off the throttle a little bit or he'll run into the back of PDMB. I'm going to sit up a bit now because my neck's hurting. So they're coming round turns 12 and 13 of lap 22. This is where Smugget really does go into his own, and there's only 3 seconds that drift on this Captain Morgan in P7. Unfortunately, Smugget isn't giving us some entertainment around turn 1 and 2 on this lap. But that previous lap, he really did deserve something out of that courageous move. Well, to Captain Morgan, who's pulled a little bit of a gap on inside now. Exit down in P9. But the main battle is for P4, two Williams guys and the Alpine of Smugget giving us some entertainment. To run through, Liam has a 6.5 second lap over Bird, who has a 20-second lead over P3's all gold. Ellison 9 seconds adrift of your top 3. And PDMB, Smugget, the company. Smugget's lost a little bit of a time there on the Rolex hairpin. And like I say, Captain Morgan now is just 2.5 seconds adrift of this battle. Here comes PDMB again. Oh, and he's gone, and that's a yellow flag. PDMB, for all the attacking he's done, has seen himself go from P4 all the way down to P8. And he's under pressure now from EXO. Oh dear, Mr. PDMB. I mean, I don't blame him for the move. I really don't blame him. Perhaps, well, I would have done the same. He needed to get out of that battle to catch up to all gold in P3, who's now 21 seconds behind Bird, but still holding his own over Ellison in P4 is all gold. Extends that lead over Ellison to 9 seconds now. We'll go down to P7 where XRT inside has the upper hand as Liam does a 1:19.7 as the rain I think has almost stopped again. Inside leads PDMB, he leads EXO into the Rolex hairpin for the 24th time of 70. So we're third of the race over after a late start due to the actual Grand Prix starting at 6 and ending at our usual start time here at ERC. inside he's gaining on Captain Moore, and he's losing a bit of time now to Smug it in P5. Whether he picked up damage from any contact from PDMB, I don't know. We'll have a close look at the Red Bull. You know, he seems to be in contact with his end plates on his front wing. But Smug it is chasing down Ellison. And he pulled a little bit of it, like I say, pulled a little bit of gap on Captain Moore's. PDMB gets past inside. As the leaders pit, and Liam and and Bird have gone on to the slick hard tyres. Will all go follow suit? Yes, he will. Will Ellison? No, Ellison carries on. But Smugkit goes in. Captain Morgan goes in. PDMB stays out. So does inside. But the Ferrari of Exo shoots in the pits for his third entry to the pits in this race. And we'll have to go through, you know, tyre options, tyre choices now. Liam has gone for the hards, 8 seconds ahead of Bird, also on hard. We've got a yellow flag, and that is a Red Bull of some description. I think it was Captain Morgan. No, it wasn't Captain Morgan, it was Owl Gold, I think. I say Ellison, PDMB and XRT inside stay on the inters. All goals gone on to the hards. Smugget on the mediums. Smugget gone for the change. Captain Morgan on hards. Exo on hards. And Kenny's Ghost now on the hard option tyre. Will Ellison make the move into the pits this lap? We're on board with the Williams. 6 seconds ahead of teammate PDMB. Ellison stays out. He still mustn't feel comfortable. Let's have a look, see what his time is on his previous best lap. And he's up 3:10, so I don't blame him for stopping out, really. PDMB's gone in though. And it's actually inside. Ellison's gone quicker than his fastest lap on his inters, so why not? Mediums then for PDMB and Smugget. So all have pitted for the slick option, except for Ellison, who's in P3, and I think he'll be joined around P4-ish. PDMB and XRT inside, as I say, on the mediums, as well as Smugget. Anyway, Liam down the casino straight for the 26th time. Let's have a look, see what his lap time is. Oh, DRS is enabled, so that is definite sign that the wet has gone, and Liam is a 10th quicker. Bird was 2 tenths up. He is 3 tenths up. Ellison goes in the pits now, changing them inters. 18 seconds of the gap between himself and All Gold. Now, if this pit crew are quick, he can get back into P3. Oh, and is he saving this? No, he isn't. All Gold then up to P3 now, and is 9 tenths slower on them hard tyres, as inside picks up a penalty. Exo is down on his fastest lap as well. We've got a yellow flag. Ooh, who's that coming drift out of the pits? It's PDMB. A little break while I have a bit of a brew. No battles on track. Smugget is closing in on All Gold though. 118.3 for Liam. Lap 28 of your 70. Yep, we like his foot. I think we'll go get another lighter. Bear with me. I'll just go get a lighter that's got some gas in it. Cantona 117.2, 2 seconds off that previous lap for Liam. Second and a half, PDMB with a penalty. All Gold under pressure from Smugget. That's Smugget up to P3. Tracking drive from Smugget tonight. And All Gold will soon be under pressure from Captain Morgan as well. Let's look at Smugget's time to previous laps. 1.5 seconds quicker is Smugget. And Captain Morgan, 1:16.8 is your fastest lap of the race. Captain Morgan catching up and to teammate All Gold. Will soon be a three-way battle, I should think, for P3. Smugget leads it at the moment with All Gold and Captain Morgan Ellison in P6, the XRT inside. P7, EXO up to P8, PDMB with a penalty in P9, Penny's Ghost, unfortunately. 20 seconds adrift, and there is Liam in the background, ready to lap. And Liam with a 1:15.4, that's 1.7 seconds quicker than his fastest lap. Bird in P2, and that's 9/10 quicker, nearly a second quicker, as we have Smugget and All Gold battling it out here for that third place on the podium. Lap 30 of 70. Smugget then under pressure from All Gold. Alpine versus Red Bull. Smugget is half second quicker. Let's have a look at Captain Morgan, and Smugget picks up a penalty. 1.1 seconds. EXO is quicker, and PDMB with a 1:15.2 is your fastest lap. Again, his Ghost coming down the casino straight now, and that Racing Bull closing down, ready to lap the Ferrari. Smugget out with a pen. Will it hamper his final position? 1:14.9 for Liam. Bird coming around, World of Champions, and he's up on his time, I think. Yeah, 8/10 quicker was Bird. So Smugget holding on to P3 with All Gold, and now Captain Morgan just around DRS, hovering around that DRS. We've got a yellow flag, and that is the Cash App getting past the Ferrari, and All Gold has passed Smugget. And we'll see what All Gold's time is like on his previous fastest lap. He is 1.6 seconds quicker, and the fastest lap for All Gold. EXO 1.1, and PDMB with a new lap. 1:14.4 for Williams. Fastest car on track at the moment is PDMB. Kenny's Ghost coming down the casino straight, chasing after the Cash App of Liam. who is a lap in front, and Liam sets another fastest lap. 6/10 quicker is Liam than the previous lap. Fastest lap of PDMB, and Bird with 9/10 quicker than his fastest. All gold then in P3. And let's see, DRS is enabled now, and it'll come into with Smugit now. It's that flap is open, but it's not close enough for a move. Be interested to see what Smugit time is with that DRS. And here's a 1:13.7 fastest lap, 2 seconds quicker. All gold with a penalty. A new fastest lap for PDMB, 1:13.4. Every lap PDMB's done for the last 4 or 5 laps has been the fastest lap. And Liam 4/10 quicker. These times are coming down remarkably quickly. And then around turn 4, Bird. Around turn 2, All Gold is leading these three coming down the casino straight. Smugit will have DRS on the Red Bull, but isn't close enough to move. Have a look at his lap time. All Gold goes quicker. Smugit 1:13.4. PDMB. Slower lap there for PDMB. And EXO is within spitting range of the Williams, who's in DRS anyway, but back through classified at the moment. And coming around into turns 12 and 13 for the 33rd time. And what's his time like? 2/10 up. Bird in P2, just coming around Wall of Champions. And Bird is going to record 1:13.2. That's the fastest lap for Bird. 1:13.3. All Gold leads Smugit and Captain Morgan. Kenny's Ghost picks up a penalty. That's Kenny's set penalty. Here comes Smugit. That's Smugit into that P3 podium position, but I don't think All Gold will give it up that quick. And Smugit crosses line, and it's fastest lap 1:13.1. Inside 1:14.6. On his fastest start. PDMB picks up a penalty. Now that's shaking things up down that bottom end, because EXO will leapfrog PDMB and will be in touching distance of inside as well. There's Liam on his starting his 35th lap, so we're near enough halfway now. 9:30, we should. Oh, EXO, there you go, EXO with the penalty. 35 laps at a minute 10 a lap, so we should be finished around 10:15 ish. That's if we don't get any safety cars. Smugit though still has All Gold company. Captain Morgan's dropped off pace a little bit, still just outside DRS, but somebody that is inside DRS is EXO on PDMB. Both of these two chasing down the ass of inside, and it looks a lot closer than the 3 seconds it says on game. because it is 1.1, that's why. Dick. Captain Morgan catching up a little bit to teammate All Gold. Round the Rolex. Oh, who's that gone wide there? That's All Gold gone wide. Well, then what's up with All Gold? Has he got a bit of a problem? Or does he let his teammate dictate a bit because of it? All Gold actually had DRS on Captain Morgan then. No, they must be working together, the two Red Bulls, to try and catch Ellison inside. I mean, no, Smugget in the Alpine. Sorry, going the wrong way on the lap chart. Liam is in a different league tonight. 10 seconds ahead of P2 Bird. And we've got 3-way battle for P3 and the yellow flag, and that is a Red Bull of some description as Liam Adam does the 112. That's All Gold. I think All Gold's in a bit of a problem. All Gold. He's dropped a few positions. And I don't know why. He had a chance to pit on the previous lap. See, he's let Exo past. Bird with a penalty. There's two drivers clean, Liam and Captain Morgan. Oh man, what's up with All Gold? Will he go in the pits? I don't know what's up with him. Yeah, he's gone in the pits now as All Gold. Oh, he's got an end plate missing. Ah, right. End plate missing for the Red Bull. New wing then and fresh mediums for Mr. All Gold. Ken's Ghost. Just coming around the Aurora chicane. We'll pull a little bit of time on the Red Bull of All Gold, but Liam out in front, 11 seconds is advantage over Bird. Will this be another fastest lap? Nope, he's 3/10 slower than his quickest lap. Bird is 4/10 slower. Smugget though, coming around the Rolex chicane. Hairpin. Again, he gets it mixed up. To the Captain Morgan will have DRS. And there we go. The Red Bull passes the Alpine. And that's Captain Morgan. Up to P3. Smugget sits behind the Red Bull as PDMB gets past XRT inside. And the Ferrari of Exo makes it a 3-car battle now for P6. PDMB inside and Exo are the 3 cars involved in this battle for P6. All Gold is out in front of Kenny, 4 seconds ahead. So, Liam coming down to start his 39th lap, well over halfway now. I'm going to have to take a short break in a minute, but I'll put you on the battle with PDMB inside and Exo. Just have to go below my nose, I'm afraid. I find it hard to breathe. Just bear with me. EXO up to P6 then. That's, I'm just going to say what the mix. And it's EXO up to P6 for the Ferrari. And now it's only 2 seconds adrift of Ellison in P5, so back on the button again is EXO, but Liam, 10 seconds is advantage on Bird now. That gap's come down a little bit. Captain Morgan, 30 seconds adrift of Bird, with Smudgett in P4. Ellison's 8 seconds adrift. Then we've got EXO, PDMB and XRT inside. Kenny's goes 20 seconds adrift of these, and with the Red Bull of All Gold pushing. We'll go on board to give Liam a little bit of airtime out in front. A bit forgotten as Liam, and already he's lapped up to Kenny's Ghost, I think, but Smudgett has got past Captain Morgan at the end of their 40th lap. Ellison has got EXO now. EXO is within half a second, 2 seconds adrift he was on the previous lap, so the Ferrari and EXO are on a mission now to get past Ellison, and then further 8 seconds to catch up to the back of Captain Morgan. As All Gold gets past Kenny's Ghost, missed that overtake. Four-way battle now for P5. Ellison, EXO, PDMB, and inside makes it 4 cars battling out for P5. We'll go on board with PDMB. He's lost. Oh, and a little. Somebody was quick to press the AI button there. Captain Morgan up to P3 now. We'll get double jabs on the Alpine of Smudgett. EXO leads Ellison and has got an 8.8 second disadvantage to Smudgett. But it's already gone down 4/10 to 8.5. So the Ferrari is on a mission, driven by EXO. 2 Williams is now 6th and 7th, with inside hunting down PDMB for P7. All Gold in P9, crossing over, and then Kenny's Ghost in P10. Say, Kenny, oh, I don't think Kenny's in the game. Let's see if we can send him an invite. Kenny's Ghost. Oh, I haven't got him. There he is. Invite sent. That's if you are in AI. Kenny, inside, has got past PDMB, and he is chasing Ellison now. So EXO, Ellison inside, still within touching distance really of each other. Still just Captain Morgan in P3, and Liam, your race leader, without any penalties. Now look at this weather now, bright sunshine, 15 laps to go, it was raining. As Liam picks up the penalty. No. So that's everybody with pens bar Captain Morgan. And he is under pressure from Smudgett. Smudgett got the DRS and is not passed. On board with Smudgett then, chasing down Red Bull. DRS and that is Smugget up, is it? No, the Red Bull just gets past a bit later on the braking. Smugget gets on the inside, outside. Nope, still P4 for Mr. Smuggers. Smugget picks up another penalty, unfortunately. EXO was 8.8 seconds, I think it was. It's down to 7 behind Smugget in P4. But, Ellison has got teammate WW. No, it's not W, it's PDMB. Ellison's got PDMB and XRT inside now, with him battling it out for this P6. I think your front runners will perhaps be pitting shortly for the mediums, Liam, Bird and Captain Morgan. But saying that, Smugget has got through 19 laps on mediums. Saying that, he's just gone in the pits and put a fresh set of mediums on. So 20 laps for Smugget. So be looking at these to be pitting in 5 or 6 laps time for the medium option. The leaders Liam, Bird and Captain Morgan. EXO as well. EXO still 7 seconds adrift, not caught up Captain Morgan at all that lap. 24 laps to go. Liam then 5.7 seconds advantage over Bird, who's got a 30 second advantage over Captain Morgan in P3. 6.7 seconds adrift is EXO in P4, with Ellison 4.5 seconds behind the Ferrari with PDMB and inside, both within DRS. To go on board with PDMB as he rinks past his teammate and manages to break in time. Ellison then following PDMB, and here comes inside, on the inside of Ellison. That's inside up to P6, chasing down PDMB in the other Williams. Let's stay on board with this. Does have better grip. Does he smug inside? Smugget then down to P8, but he can just pull a little bit back, and then cars in front will regain, I think, around P4-5 when the guys in front do pit, because he's just put fresh mediums on, and all the guys in front of him will have to pit. Not as it matters your top 3, because they are 36 to 40 seconds ahead, and I think your pit stops about 22 seconds here at Canada. The battle though for P5 is carrying on. Here comes Mr. Inside, and that's him up to P5. Gets past PDMB, and Ellison has to be content with P7. This is your main battle on track then, inside PDMB and the other Williams of Ellison, all within half a second of each other. So all 10 cars that started are carrying on, still going, just one driver without penalty, and that is Captain Morgan in P3. Right, quick rundown of your position changes then. Up 1 is Liam, up 2 is Bird, up 4 is Captain Morgan, down 3 is EXO, up 4 is Inside, down 1 is PDMB, down 1 is Ellison, and Smugget is where he was. All goals down 6, and Kenny's Ghost as he was. Penalties: 3 for Liam, 3 for Bird, 3 for EXO, 3 for Inside, 3 for All Gold, and 3 for Kenny's Ghost. 6 for PDMB and 9 for Ellison and Smugget. Hard tyres for Liam Bird, Captain Morgan, Exo, Ellison and Kenny's Ghost. And medium tyres for inside PDMB, Smugit and All Gold. Side by side are the Williams again. This time Ellison takes PDMB for P6, chasing down the Haas of inside. And as it is at the moment, the Williams is P6 and 7. That'll be 35 points. We'll see them joint top of the constructors with the Racing Bulls. The Ferraris, Kenny and Exo dropping a few points behind the Williamses, but will take the McLaren as the McLarens don't have a driver tonight, and they do the Saubers or Mercedes. So the bottom two will stay as they are. Mercedes on 58 points and Sauber on 0. As XRT inside leads Ellison PDMB down Casino Straight, and Smugit just 2.5 seconds adrift as Exo picks up another penalty. And I'm really bummed up. Smugit coming into the equation for P5, having stopped for fresh mediums 4 laps ago, and he's definitely making an impression on the gap between himself as Liam pits, leaves Bird out in front. Liam will rejoin with a set of medium tyres and will join the race. Just have a look, see how many seconds he is behind Bird. 14 seconds behind your race leader, and he's coming down already. Captain Morgan 41 seconds adrift, and that's coming down now as the game grabs hold. So Captain Morgan is only 23 seconds behind. It was 30ish, wasn't it? Liam 13.9, so we'll see how that gap diminishes. And now we have got a 4-way battle for P5, all 4 inside DRS of each other. Ellison leads inside, leads PDMB, leads Smugit. We'll stay on board with these 4. Battling it out for P6, P5. Smugit is the one, he's the one, and as he goes past PDMB, saying all these ahead of him, PDMB inside, Ellison and Exo all got a pit. Smugit then played that card, and as at the moment I can see he's regaining when all the guys ahead have pitted in P4, and here comes a Haas of inside on Ellison. Ellison picks up a penalty, unfortunately. PDO and Smugit up to P6, gets past Ellison. PDMB dropping a little bit, but regains that gap. So still 4 cars within DRS of each other. Smugit there on them fresher mediums, certainly being the more dominant of these cars. And as I say, these guys ahead and behind him have all got a pit, so that gap will lengthen. Now whether he comes out of it in P3 or P4 or even P5, well I don't think, no, I think he'll beat that. So it's either going to be P3 or P4 for Smugit at the moment. 18 laps remaining. And it is 5 to 10. So I think we'll be finished around 20 past. I'll just make a note of this to the missus who's in work. Smugget then chasing down EXO 4P4. Still inside Ellison and PDMB. All close enough to Smugget because they will have DRS. There's Ellison having a look at inside as well. So I think Smugget is losing inside now. Ellison trying, he's going to make it. No. Oh, contact. That's Ellison round. 6 1.5 done in the other. I don't think he should have gone for the move, but that should room have been given. It's all down to the stewards. I'm a neutral, but it's helped Smug get out of it because he's gained a few tenths after inside had a bit of trouble. Ellis is down 4 tenths, so no battles on track at the moment. Bird leads from Liam. 10 seconds is the gap, but Bird will have to go in the pits fairly soon, as will Captain Morgan and EXO, which opens it up for Liam on one hand and Smugget on the other. Bird leads then, chasing, who's that Ferrari in front of him? Kenny's Ghost. Bird then with Liam in P2. Gonna sneeze. Liam then in P2 chasing down Bird's Aston Martin. Martin. That is Kenny's Ghost. We can see Ferrari just behind this cash out of Liam. Captain Morgan then in P3. Not had much airtime tonight as Captain Morgan. And there's EXO just 2 seconds adrift in the background here. Captain Morgan having a cracky race and he's gone in the pits. And EXO follows him. So it'll be mediums, will it? Or me? Would softs make it? So it could be a soft option. PDMB's put the softs on. Captain Morgan's put mediums on, as had EXO. And we've got Smugget's up to P3 now. And Smugget's in a good position, I think. Xside, XRT inside. He's going to have to pit shortly, and Captain Morgan has got 5 seconds to gain on Smugget in P3. Nothing much in it on the tyres because Smugget can go to the end, as XRT inside can show improve on 29 lap old mediums. Captain Morgan actually gets past him, and it's 5 seconds of gap between himself and Smugget. So Bird will have to pit quite shortly. 31 lap old hards. And the XRT inside, a yellow flag there, and it's a blue one. It was Ellison. EXO's got past inside. And also got past Captain Morgan. So that was 2 cars in one straight. EXO up to P4. On them fresh mediums, and it's 5 seconds adrift of Smugget in P3. All goal with another penalty. Captain Morgan, the only driver on track without a penalty. Bird, when will Bird pit? He gets past the AI Red Bull. It's going to be all gold then. No, there's all gold left the session. I'll have to send Mr. All Gold an invite. No, I know I've got all gold. One of the first people I ever got friends with on F1 when I first joined ERC. Oh, I can't see your gold. Where is you? Can't find him. Oh, I'd have been certain I've got him as a friend. Oh, yeah. Where are you? I know I've got you. Wow. I was just back in the game. I wonder if it was close. Axel with the fastest lap than the 1:11. Inside. Smuggett's put fresh softs on. Ooh. So he's give up P3. And Liam has got past Bird. Bird has put the softs on and will come out of the pits. Bear with. He will come out of the pits. As the Ferrari of EXO will get past him, will he? Nope. Bird, he comes back 10 seconds adrift of your race leader. So that means with 10 laps left, Bird will have to take a second lap off Liam. EXO 55 seconds adrift of Bird. Wow. Must be. Captain Morgan then is in P4 with XRT inside in P5. Ellison 31 lap old hard in P6, but XRT inside on 33 lap old mediums. I think he'll be pitting for softs if he does pit again. Might even carry on. 10 laps remaining, and like I say, Bird needs to gain a second lap on your race leader Liam. Whether he will or whether he won't, but he's taken 4/10 out of Liam. So it's 38 seconds drift Bird in P3. Captain Morgan on 4 lap old mediums, same as EXO, just 2.7 seconds adrift in P4. XRT inside 7 seconds adrift on 33 lap old mediums and 32 lap old hards for Ellison in P6. Kenny's Ghost pits, but the penalty. Smugget on board. We'll stay on board with Smugget. See if he can, as EXO does the fastest lap with 1:11.7. EXO on 5 lap old mediums. Smugget half a second quicker than his previous best. And 1.2 seconds adrift of Ellison, who's 1.5 seconds adrift of inside. So Smugget should get at least P5. I'm sure inside, and Ellison should pit. Bird with a 1:10.9. So he's only 2 seconds adrift of Liam. So his schedule should take a second lap off him. and he's took 2 seconds in that one lap. Race on, race on. Here we go. ERC always produces as XRT inside. Has Ellison and Smuggett breathing down his neckles. See these one, Ellison or inside could pit on 33 lap old hards and 34 lap old mediums. None of them do. They're all staying out on track. That'll hold Smuggett up a little bit. Smuggett will get past Ellison, and that Smuggett up to P6. Better on the brakes, better on the grip, better on the entry. Smuggett on the inside of the Haas. Smuggett needs to get past the Haas to catch Captain Morgan. Smuggett, look at him pushing the Haas along there. Here he comes. Superior speed from the Alpine. So, doing the business for Smuggett and also doing the business for Bird, because he's now just 7 seconds adrift of Liam. There is a couple of corners between Liam and Bird, but as soon, it won't be long before that Aston Martin will be in Liam's mirrors. 7.6. Liam coming round a Rolex chicane on Bird, sorry. Lovely grip from the soft tyres, and he's lost a little bit of time there to Liam. And whether Liam's woken up a bit, I don't know, but Smuggett leads this little gaggle out onto lap 62 in P5 with inside P6 and Ellison P7. I can't see them pitting now, but they might have done a couple of laps ago. Oh yes, Bird is catching up. He'll go, I think, within a 6 seconds of Liam shortly. Yeah, he's gaining, and Liam's got some traffic in front of him. That is the Red Bull of All Gold ahead of Liam. Still around the 7 second mark, but Bird is still on target. He needs a second lap from lap 60. He's taken 3 seconds from Liam. As Bird coming down a casino straight now. Liam is halfway down it. Can we see Bird in the distance? Yes, we can. As Ellison swaps positions with inside. A little bit of contact. Right, it's Ellison up to P6 on 36 lap of hards, and XR on XRT inside on 37 lap old medium. Smuggett though on them fast soft tyres doing the business here today, aren't they? He's already 3 seconds ahead of Ellison is Smuggett, and 12 seconds adrift of Captain Morgan. Bird now 6 seconds adrift of Liam. Go down to that battle with Ellison and inside while I go and blow my nose again. Sorry about that, but find it hard to breathe. Bear with. Five and a half seconds is the gap now with 5 laps remaining. It's going to be close between Liam and Bird. And All Gold is chasing down PDMB for P8. 5 laps to go. 5 seconds is the gap. 4.9. Bird is on a mission. Pardon me. Pardon me again. I will just run down your penalties. Liam 3, Bird 3, XO 6. So XO could lose a place to Captain Morgan if things stay the same, but that gap is growing. 9 seconds for Smugget, 12 seconds for Ellison. Inside with 3. So inside could gain a couple of positions as well. PDMB on 6, Allgold on 6, and Kenny's Ghost on 6. So inside could gain a few. Captain Morgan could gain a few as Ellison picks up another 3. That's 15 seconds, and that'll see him drop down to perhaps P9. Ooh, dear. So your position changes. Liam's up 1, Bird's up 2, and only 3.5 seconds. Oh, this is going to be close. Down 2 for Exo, your pole setter. Up 3 for Captain Morgan. Up 3 for Smudgate. Ellison, as he was, inside's up 2. PDMB's down 3, and Allgold down 6 as Kenny's Ghost goes in the pits and will be putting on fresh softs. PDMB chasing down inside. Yeah, wow. That was quick. But all eyes will be on the front at the minute because Bird is now under 3 seconds behind Liam with 3 laps to go. It was a second a lap. That's what he's done, and I think we need to go on to that battle. But we have got a 3-way battle for P7. That's PDMB inside and Allgold. But do we want to watch this? Or do we want to watch that race for P1? Both on 3 penalties. Close action this is. We'll stay on board with this battle. PDMB inside and Allgold. I'm watching that gap because on the 68th, maybe 69th lap, we'll have to go to that battle if it carries on. The time decreasing between the two, but we have got PDMB inside and Allgold. Williams, Haas and Red Bull with Liam behind. These could hold Liam up. There goes, that was nice. XRT inside, lets the leader past. That was good to see, nice to see. Well done XRT inside. PDMB is the next car that needs to let the Racing Cash App past. They've gone in AI. Please don't hold the leader up, and please don't hold P2 up, because this is one hell of a race. Can Liam hold on to this lead? Kenny's goes to the fastest lap of 1:10.8 for the Ferrari man. Ooh, who's that gone off track a little bit there? That was Ellison, I think. The car's in AI. Allgold isn't though. Yes it is. .68. 69 laps to go, and a second is the gap between Bird and Liam. We're going to have to go on to that race, aren't we? We are. We're going up. We're going. We're on board with Liam and Bird, battling it out for your race win, both on 3 penalty points. Can Liam hold on? Got the Williams in front. That's Ellison, I think. But this is race on. Bird catching with every rotation of those soft tyres. 7/10 is your gap. He'll get DRS on the cash app. Liam will be so distraught if he loses this. He was so far in front. And Liam holds on to your lead. Going down the start-finish straight for the 69th time to get to the final lap. It's going to be a defending lap for the cash app. 20 lap old mediums. This is 11 lap old softs. Bird does lose a little bit of ground there. There was a bit, the back end did hold quite so firm. Ooh, this is exciting stuff. Half a lap. Let's say 2/3 of a lap to go. The cash app leads, and All Gold picks up a penalty, but all eyes are up here at front. If any of these pick up a penalty, it's race win for the other one. We're both on 3 seconds. Liam keeping hold of the lead. He's got one big job on his hands now, holding on to the lead. He gets a good exit, but DRS will be in the favour of Bird. But will Liam pick DRS up? Oh no, he won't. And there goes Bird into the lead. Final corner. It's a great end to a great race, and it's Bird with the win. Unlucky for Liam, and he shows his aggressive side. He must be distraught losing that, and you know, there's nothing he could do. Nothing he could do, really. But Bird takes the win. Liam, it was a brilliant race between the two. Liam was brilliant. Both were great. We'll move down to EXO, who's going to be the next to cross the line. Now, whether he keeps hold of P3, I don't know, because Captain Morgan is without a penalty. No, EXO keeps hold of the podium from Captain Morgan. Smugget with the 5th. Ellison are they still on track? Because I think Ellison will lose his position to PDMB. But we'll see. Go on to sugar. Wow, feel sorry for Liam, but Bird, hats off to Bird. He needed a second lap after he put them softs on, and he got it. PDMB gets driver of the day with the game, but I'm sorry, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to give it to Captain Morgan. My driver of the day is Captain Morgan. He didn't have any penalty points, and he made up 3 or 4 positions on the grid, but there's your race winner. Hats off to Bird. Hats off to Liam. Tremendous race. Liam won't be happy. I know Liam won't be happy. But there's nothing he could do. Nothing. We'll have a look at your... And it's a 1:10.8 for Kenny's Ghost. Fastest lap, and the rain is falling. But there it is, Bird with the win from Liam in P2. EXO with the 3rd place final podium position. Captain Morgan with my driver of the day in P4. Smugget P5. Ellison does get P6. Good result for Ellison. PDMB. Oh, I missed it. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's it. Done and dusted. Your race here at Canada. Brilliant. I'd like to see the chats in Discord. But yeah, cracking race. Thanks everybody for joining me. Been a classic race here at Canada. Join me tomorrow at Jeddah with DRS. Their round 3 of their season. Wednesday, ERC Masters Managers goes to Mexico. Thursday, we'll see what happens on Thursday. Friday, UCR are at Miami, and on Sunday, we'll have the Masters at Mexico. So until then, thanks for joining me. It's been Papa Wallace. It's been great to have you, and I've got to ring my missus up now. See you all tomorrow if you're joining me. Watch DRS, and good night. God bless. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.